Hello there, friends and neighbors. I'm going to show you how to do Excel computations. And right now, my first video in this series is going to be just a brief introduction to what Excel is. And when I use the word Excel, I want to be clear that I'm actually referring to generic spreadsheets that do the things that Excel can do. On this computer, for example, I actually don't have Microsoft Excel. This is a Linux computer, and I have LibreOffice. It's free, open source. You don't need to spend any money. At Centralia College at this time, you can actually get Microsoft Office for free, and that's good. But I'm going to show you the procedures with LibreOffice. It's the same exact thing as Excel. The most broad introduction I can give is a spreadsheet starts off by showing you a grid, and the grid is just a place to put ideas and numbers and computations. It's a way to keep track of information. So for example, let's say let's start with a simple computation. Let's do some arithmetic operations. I'm going to do 6 times 5. So you always start with an equal sign, and then you can type the number 6 times is an asterisk, and 5. And then you hit enter, and it gives you, of course, the answer you expect. You can also, of course, do division, equals 30 divided by 6. You can do addition. Oh, I wanted to note, division is done with a slash symbol. That is how you indicate divided. I'm going to write this here so that you can see the formulas. I'll save them as we go. Okay. Addition equals 15 plus 5 will give me 20. And equals 20 minus 15. It will give me 5. Okay. And so those are the basic operations we can do. And we also, of course, have exponents. And, oops. Okay, there. So these are just here to show you what I'm doing. Now, exponents, if I wanted to say 2 to the power of 3, I would have to start with an equal sign, equals 2 to the power of 3, and it's that caret symbol. Okay, copy that, paste it here. And then parentheses. So if I wanted to say equals, I don't know, 20 minus 15 times 6, that would look like this. You can use parentheses. And this is all just using Excel the same way you would use a calculator. It's got so much more power than that, though. Okay, so let's suppose for a moment here, we're going to work with this function. Let's suppose I wanted to store abstract arguments. Let's say I want this cell to be 20, and this cell to be 15, and this cell to be 6. Over in some other cell, let's say here, I can do something like this. Equals, open parenth, cancel. Open parenth, click on the 20, or I could type its address, which is A8. This 20 happens to be in column A, row 8. So its address, if you will, is A8. I can do that minus A9, and it is not case sensitive. Close parenth, and multiply times, and I could maybe this time click on A10. And this will do exactly the same thing and give me exactly the same answer. The power of this is that I can now, if I decide instead of having 20, let's say I want to change this to 10, it will update the answer for me automatically. Okay, so it's very powerful in that respect. This is exactly how algebra works. We're representing numbers with variables, abstractions. And the last thing I want to show before I end this video, I'll start some more soon, is the next sort of level of power is that I can write words in here. So I can say, let's say this is length of my wall. And this is height. And then this is, why am I subtracting those? I don't know. That's not a good idea. Oh, I know. This is length of my RV. And this is parking space. Okay? So I can give those words so that I remember what I'm working with. And what I wanted to do is take the leftover space and I want to expand it so I can fit more RVs in there or something. And I'm just going to have this be spaces. So I want to know how much free space is left over if I've got this sort of information. So then I could test what happens if I've got a longer RV. Instead of being 10, it's 12. And so now I'm short by 15